Greetings everyone. I'm gonna record this second and hold on a second. That's much better. Alright, greetings everyone. I'm gonna record this second and welcome to the showcase video for the first Nether Weather update, version 1.1 for Minecraft 1.20.5-6. This update brings a lot of customization as you just saw, but also some aesthetic changes and changes to how the storm weather event works. So you want to stick around for this one. So let's start with what I just demonstrated. You can now turn off the sound or turn it back on for the weather effects. This actually does not require any operator permissions, which is something that is a warning that I added to a lot of these. Sound is one of those commands that does not require any operator permissions. So yes, you can turn off and on the sounds, but that only works for you personally. Another thing you can do is turn off how the weather effects affect different entities. For example, items. As you know, items have a specific interaction with the Heatblast event. By the way, fire-resistant items are no longer affected by the Heatblast event or by the lava falls, and this also works with custom items too. If you want to turn this off completely, you can go here and click on this. And basically that removes any item griefing that's done usually by default in Nether Weather. You can also do the same for other entities, for example a piglet or a skeleton. Now I'm gonna click on those, and they're not gonna be taking damage anymore. And of course, the same can also be applied to players. I'm not taking damage right now because I have Frostwalker boots, but if I change it, I'm gonna be starting taking damage. Click on this, and I'm no longer taking damage. And of course, you can turn all of these back on. Another thing I wanted to show you is the fact that you can now change the amount of particles you see. If you click on decreased, you're going to see 5 times less that amount. And if you click on minimal, you're going to see 10 times less than the vanilla amount of particles. But you can go further and completely turn them off. As you can see now, I'm seeing no particles at all. You can now set a setting that will change all storms into heat blasts. So no matter what the biome is, it's always going to be a heat blast. But you can also change it to a soul heat blast, which is a new setting. This change is purely cosmetic and does not change the gameplay effects or how much damage is applied, but it does look pretty cool in my opinion. The changelog actually shows you what's new in this version now. Also, I do apologize if my voice does not sound great. I'm still a little bit sick, but I needed to make this video because I wanted to have a video out for this update. So as you can see here, there's also a new link added into the data pack itself, and that is the mod wraith page. One small change to the aesthetics of the storm is that there are less gust particles, and there are also now small gust particles being used. So there are a bunch of changes to the way that the storm effect affects entities. For example, if I take off my shoes, I'm going to start taking damage obviously, but previously being inside of a heated block will prevent the damage, but it no longer does, because the damage is no longer freezing damage, it's now generic damage. So entities that are immune to freezing are no longer immune to the storm. For example, strays will now take damage during the storm if they somehow end up in this place. And that is basically it for this update. Of course, there will be more updates down to this pack in the future, for example porting it to newer versions, of course, maybe tweaking some of the ways that it works. And of course, one thing I really want to add is compatibility with a bunch of Nether mods and data packs. So if you have any suggestions on which of those I should take a look at and make sure it's compatible with Nether Weather, let me know. But just in general, thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash subscribe, ring my bell, and as always, stay. Alright, that's about it. Video recording stopped, audio recording stops.